And not only that, they professional roasters.
Exactly.
This is what
Exactly.
they do.
This is what they do. And they done got roasted. This is why they became the roaster. See, it shows. Y'all didn't go to high school in the door.
Oh man,
Y'all was in the
Nigga.
corner, dog.
every day.
You was house slaves. You went out there. You went up there with the field slaves, dog. It shows, man. They ain't roast you.
I grew up in DPS with a name like Mbawu.
Oh, man.
So you know it's every day.
Listen.
I had to get sharp on them
It's
jokes.
cool.
man.
As cool as a name Fly is, I still got roasted.
Yeah.
So y'all, it's just a layer of skin that y'all did not grow
Yeah.
coming up.
Yeah.
Okay. Welcome to the Uncultured podcast. Welcome to the Uncultured Rules podcast. I'm Brother 17.
It's your man H.M. Hersham Bawu. What up? What up?
And this your man G Fly. What up, though, my babies? Talk to me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Talk to me.
And we back after a little bit of a hiatus.
We back.
Back and black.
Episode 72.
Two.
Yes, sir.
That's my own little ad lib.
Okay.
Mama.
Mama.
R.I.P. Take.
Okay. Yeah, we bear with us. Trying to knock the rust off. You know what I'm saying? It happens. So yeah, let's just get straight into it. You know, let's not be nice about this. Let's talk about the most hated man in the world right now, Mr. Chris Rock.
Is he?
Is he?
I don't know. I've been hearing a lot of people talk shit about him.
Yeah. I guess it's been a mixed bag.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, full disclosure, I watched the first part of his stand-up and lost interest immediately. So I could not finish it. And I started watching a completely different documentary. But I know what was said. I know what took place. I've read a lot of analysis on what was said. And that's not take away from Chris. I actually like Chris Rock. He's a really funny guy, really funny comedian. He just had a slow start on this one. And after this show, I'll go back and maybe try to watch the whole thing.
Yeah.
So what you guys think of the special?
Like you, I didn't really see it like that. I do like I know Twitter's gonna put it up. You know what I mean?
The most important parts.
They gonna take off the bones and give you the meat on Twitter. So I found the account. It was a comedy account that basically made a thread out of that main part.
Okay.
And so I watched that whole thread and everything he said.
Oh.
Yeah.
He said some shit.
Yeah.
I think he's been holding it for a long time.
He was smart.
Yeah, he's like,
He was smart.
everybody want to know my thoughts. I'm gonna hold it. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna make money off of it.
So that's actually some of the criticism that I've seen people talk about. Why'd you wait an entire year? Well, last time I checked, this is America.
Right.
And this is a capitalist nation. So why would he not capitalize on something that happened to him?
Why wouldn't I profit off my humiliation?
But I think it's more than him profiting.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was a strategic move to do.
Yeah.
Because would y'all really care about what he had to say in that point in time when everything was going on? You know what I'm saying? You got to look at what he... What's that?
Oh, shit. My phone is connected to the damn.
Oh. I'm like, what?
Yeah, I'm looking at the other day. What the fuck?
Yeah, I'm going to disconnect that. Turn off the Bluetooth.
Yeah.
All right, there we go.
So we got to look at the difference between Will Smith and Chris Rock and what they did.
Mm-hmm.
by Chris holding back and not saying something for a year, he kept himself out the fire along with Will. Mm-hmm. See, Will was it had the adverse effect that people would think. Like it ended up costing him a lot of business.
Yeah, Will Smith.
Yeah. and getting him, it kind of fucked him up and set him back.
Right.
My bad. It's kind of set him back a little bit. And so for Chris not to say nothing, it took him out that fire. Because if he said something and went back and forth, because I guess what you're trying to say is they calling him a pussy because he didn't say anything back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But it was smart for him not to say that because he would be looked at crazy too.
Yeah.
That's why he said, yeah, my parents told me not to fight in front of these white people.
Yeah, right.
Which that wouldn't be my choice of words. I wouldn't have said no shit like that. Yeah. Like, man, fuck them people.
Exactly.
But he knew not to say nothing because it would put him fire and help him lose business also. Right. So he waited. And then he put it in a proper place to where it won't seem like I'm just going on social media and going back and forth with Will Smith. Yeah. I'm at a comedy show doing comedy.
Right. And I'm going to get my shit off here.
Right. It was very smart of him.
And he waited for, you know what I'm saying, Will Smith to put out his new movie, the Emancipation shit, and tied that into the jokes and shit. So yeah, it was strategic.
Yep.
Yeah, I fully agree with what he said. What he did as far as how he did it, like how you strategically broke it down. I agree with that 100%. That's how you capitalize on the situation.
Right.
There's an old cliche saying something about, every crisis presents an opportunity, so he took advantage of it.
Yeah, he did.
But people are tripping on the fact that, he called Jada a bitch. And, I've heard people complaining about that and saying, see, black women just get mistreated. And, they took it and they ran with it. And they trying to say he's punching down, especially when it comes to her, as far as that. And my whole thing is, I did a video about it the other day, and I'm say the same thing I said there. Like, he's a comedian. He's, like you said, at a comedy show, at his own concert. This is what he does. This is what all comedians do. It's comedy. Uh-huh. If you don't like it, don't watch it.
Right.
People wants to be outraged, and they were complaining about, all the people saying, oh, you guys are being too sensitive. You guys are being too sensitive. Well, if it's something that offended you, then you would be saying X, Y, and Z. Then you would be saying, You know
what? Y'all are being sensitive. Pull your skirt up, B.
Right. She probably didn't care that much.
The thing is, see, everybody forgetting about that night. Will laughed too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly.
Until he saw her face.
Until he saw her.
So, yes, y'all are being overly sensitive. See, in that oversensitivity is fucking everything up. Like, y'all forget about what comedy does for people. Like, speaking a hard truth or speaking your truth, the comedian's truth, taking bad situations and making it a laughable thing. Mm-hmm. That's therapy.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? In many different ways. And y'all fucking it up because y'all don't know how to take y'all emotions out of shit and say, oh, they say what they said and I don't agree, but fuck it, I don't fuck with them. And so what? Y'all don't know how to take certain shit and discard it and say, well, that's not for me.
Yeah.
But instead of doing that, y'all take it and internalize it and say, oh, it's all about me. And then you get emotional.
Yeah.
Jump out.
I think, like we always say, you can't control the way somebody's gonna respond to something. Mm-hmm. Somebody smack you in the face, I say what the fuck. I call all kind of people bitches. I don't give a fuck.
And we do it on the street all the time. We do it on the street all the time.
Somebody slap me in the face and I can't get them, and I don't get them back. Like, you can't control the way somebody's gonna respond. So
right,
ain't like he just start calling her a bitch out the blue before he got smacked. You know what I'm saying?
I guess the way people look at it though, Hirsch, is, oh, he deserved it. That's why they don't care that I guess that's why they try to control how he says what he says after the fact. Mm-hmm. But the way he looked at it is she sicked him on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he said some valid shit when he was doing that part of the stand up, like the part where she really did kind of emasculate him, in my opinion.
Yeah.
On doing this red table talk around that whole situation.
He said something like, imagine you getting interviewed by the person who cheated on you and shit like that.
You know what? And I think that's part of the catalyst.
Yeah, they built up to that.
They built up to.
I mean, they made a million memes out of that. They made the meme of him with the sad face at the red table talk, and he had to endure that. You know what I'm saying? And again, I'm not gonna sit up here and defend Will because I believe I said it at the time. I'm like, that was a bitch move, like going to smack him on stage. This nigga's a comedian telling jokes. Okay, like y'all gonna handle that shit. Handle that shit off stage. Handle that shit backstage. Handle that shit as men face. Don't do that shit in front of everybody. You know he can't fight you back.
Yeah, that's the exact same thing I said when we first initially brought this up when it was happening. I'm like, man, that's not the move. Yeah, you got to take him, catch his ass. If you want to fuck him up, catch his ass off away from everybody. Yeah. It don't matter if it's white people or not. Yeah. So it ain't about that. Right. It's more about if I'm gonna fuck you up, it's gonna be somewhere where ain't nobody business, and it's me and you handling it.
I ain't gonna mess my money up in the process.
And you ain't even gotta fuck them up if you don't want to do that. You can have a stern talking if that's what you want to do. Yeah. But whatever route you want to do, don't bring people into your situation because it gives people a way to where they can say what they want to say and put their 2 cents in. Yeah. Where I think that's where Will and Jada kind of messed up with this red table talk because they always had rumors about somebody and they was in a marriage sleeping on or being swingers. They always had those type of talks going on.
They was fine as long as they didn't talk about it. That's their private life.
Right. Exactly. And they kind of opened that Pandora's box by doing that red table talk.
I forgot. I lost my thought.
Oh no, I was just gonna say, I call bullshit on the whole thing. I mean, not so much a rumor. Everybody fucking knew, from people Hollywood, from regular ass people. Everybody knew y'all was swingers. So it's like
the reason I say it because I don't know for a fact. You know what I mean? I'm trying to protect myself by saying what I'm saying in the podcast. Like we don't know for sure. We know about what other people said.
What he's hearing,
But and then it might be the case. But
I think it's been proven at this point, though, hasn't it?
That's my point.
Yeah, about them having an open marriage and everything.
My point is making people say, just like we just said, oh, so it's happening. Mm-hmm. It gives people that fire to that flame. Oh yeah, you know what I mean? It's the gasoline to the flame. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, that's where they messed up at by holding on whatever's going on in their house and keep it in their house.
Right.
She didn't have to go up there and explain to everybody about what happened.
Right.
In this entanglement thing, we wouldn't even have this word entanglement in the
right. Just because
we wouldn't even be talking about that shit.
Just because August Alsina was talking, they could have just let him talk and
not addressed it.
Not address it.
Right. That's the best way that would have been the best way to go about it.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say Chris Rock said something else in his special. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's like, you can beat me, you know what I'm saying? You bigger than me, everything. Like, why you come up out? That's what I always thought. Like, what if The Rock was on stage and did that joke? Would have been the same reaction? No. Would he walk up and smack The Rock?
Of course not.
That's a good question, though.
No, he's not. Because The Rock don't swing back.
Yeah.
and it's actually going to help The Rock's brand because he do action movies and shit. So it's like you walking up on this big dude, and it's like you literally went and tried to put big hands on this dude. Like Chris Rock ain't known for being no action type. He's done some things, but he ain't known for that. Like The Rock built himself physically and plays these roles to be an action man. So it's like you ain't gonna do that shit to him. And even if you did, it's in self-defense.
Right.
Something else Chris brought to light to me, and that our black people need to really try to do. Stop going to these. If you feel like you ain't getting appreciated, stop going to these people's award shows. Like, you heard what he said in the special. For him, it started when I guess they didn't get nominated.
Yeah.
Where she felt like Will should have, and then she felt like, oh, because he didn't, Chris, you shouldn't do the award show.
Yeah.
That's that man check.
Yeah.
He want to check.
How you gonna tell another man not to do something?
Now, exactly. But and she's doing it under, oh man, as black people we need to stick together, which is true.
Yeah.
But how about stop trying to picket line over there at these white folks award show and just do your own award show? Like, we need to make our own shit.
Yeah.
And stop trying to pick it. See,
like the
we wouldn't have this problem
NAACP
in
Image Awards and stuff like that. Like, that should be more valuable.
Hold that in higher regard.
That should be our Oscars, or and not the actual fucking Oscars.
like, to me now, it's clear to me that protesting in that type of setting, it made no sense.
Don't do much.
No.
Not only that it don't do much, it don't make sense. Because at this point, the type of success that her and even more so Will had, where y'all can make other shit.
Yeah.
Y'all can make your award show. Y'all could have got with Chris and talked about making an award show instead of, hey, let's protest these white folks award show. Make them make us have us.
Mm-hmm.
You can't make nobody do shit.
Yeah.
No.
You know what I mean? Just make another award show and stop going to these people award show and begging them to give them awards and accepting us.
Yeah. People say a lot about like Tyler Perry, but what he's doing, that's commendable. You know what I'm saying? He building his own, shit, not begging for Hollywood to let him in their club and shit. Build his own.
Somebody else is doing the same. I forgot the name of this brother, but I think they purchased some acres out in New Orleans.
Yeah.
You saw that too?
Yeah, I saw that. I forgot who it was.
Was it Anthony Mackie?
I forgot who it was.
I don't know.
It might have been.
I thought it was him. But he want to do the same thing. He started his own film studio.
Imagine if we all start doing that.
It makes sense.
We don't need no handouts. We don't need to be included in award shows, and you know what I'm saying?
See that?
We do better award shows anyway. They shit all stuffy and tight. And,
Uptight.
Yeah, man, we gotta put some flavor in that shit. That shit is unseasoned as fuck. Like, we bring that flavor.
Stick out your ass.
It's the only thing about our award show, we get too far on the other end where it's like too damn crazy. Like, man, come on now, we gotta bring it back.
Be a little
Scale
more
it in.
Reel it in.
A little formal.
Bring it back together now. It's getting too loose.
Like that, the verse that I, did for that song, the CSN.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of talked about
this. Yeah, okay. All right. Took me a minute. All right. Yeah, okay. You still surprised me on that verse. Yeah, I go back and listen to it again. It's been a minute. But I think the one thing I would like to just touch on is going back to the people who criticize. So they would criticize a person like me and you because we would agree that society is getting a little too sensitive around stuff. Now I understand about having sensitivity when you just operating in your daily life. And when you just encountering people on the street and being sensitive towards and not so much sensitive but respectful.
Yeah.
But when it's comedy,
right?
No, it's all bets are off.
Yeah.
And they say, well, would you be offended if a white person went up there and made racist jokes?
They do it all the time.
My whole thing is
Then Andrew Dice Jackson, what was his name? Andrew Dice. Didn't he used to say some crazy shit?
But I don't know. But only
the names. I know. I think I know you're talking about.
Yeah.
The guy with the leather jacket. Yeah.
He said some. I don't know if he said any racial shit. I know he used to say crazy shit.
Yeah, he used to say all kind of shit.
Yeah,
But
and I'm pretty sure there's some comedians out there who said some shit.
But even if they did, my whole thing is I don't have to watch that shit.
Exactly.
I don't have to support it.
Exactly.
So therefore, if you want to cater, if you want to do that to your little group of folk over there, y'all have at it. Be as racist as you want to. Just keep that shit over there. Don't bring that shit out in the open because you gonna get what you get. So if y'all want to have your little huddle buddy going on little things, do that. You know what I'm saying? Go have your shit out in the cornfield somewhere. I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm trying to get at is a person like me was saying society's getting sensitive, especially when it comes to comedy. Then they'll critique me. They'll critique me and say, "Oh, well, who are you to say people are getting too sensitive?" My whole thing is, I welcome your critique. You can critique what I'm saying. You don't have to like it. That's the freedom of America. You can say what you want.
Well, my answer to that question will be, look at the comedy from 10 years, 15, 20 years ago.
Yeah.
And the reaction to those jokes, those same jokes that Chris said were fly then and it don't fly now. Why is that?
Right. Exactly. It's like if you a sensitive person, don't watch comedy. Yeah. That's all.
And furthermore, don't go to a comedy show.
Bingo. Right. Don't. Why would you?
You can go sit in the lion's den if you
look. I told y'all what was that? January 26th. I went to Ryan Davis comedy show, and like I was telling y'all, I don't know if I said it on the show or said it off the show. I said I made sure not to try to sit nowhere near the front. Okay,
you might be a victim.
You
might be a victim. That's true for any comedy show you go to. Don't try to.
They always got the upper hand because you ain't got no microphone.
Always got the upper. And not only that, they professional roasters.
Exactly.
This is what they do.
And they done got roasted. This is why they became the roaster. See, it shows. Y'all didn't go to high school and endure.
Oh, man.
Y'all was in the corner, dog.
Every day.
You was house slaves. You went out there with the field slaves, dog. It shows, man. They ain't roast you.
I grew up in DPS with a name like Mbawu.
Oh,
so you know it's every day.
Listen,
I had to get sharp on them jokes.
As cool as a name Fly is, I still got roasted.
Yeah.
So man, y'all, it's just a layer of skin that y'all did not grow coming up, and it shows.
I definitely got roasted, and it took me quite a long time to start learning how to cap back. Well, we used to call it capping back then, but now it means something different now. It means something different now, but. Yeah, like I say, back to the criticism, Chris Rock should be able to do his stand-up, and you do have the right to criticize and critique what he's doing. Yeah. That's the freedom you have.
Right.
But you also have to understand, you may have the power to critique this brother, but you also have the power to not even have to watch his shit.
Right.
You don't have to watch it. Like I said at the beginning, I tried to watch the first 5 minutes of it. I cut that shit off because it just wasn't funny. You know what I'm saying? And it was the type of mindset that I was in, just getting off work, got to play the food. I want to be entertained. And you're not entertaining me, so I cut you off. So that's the whole thing. But if I'm going to the show, if I paid money to go to the concert, I'm not finna, nigga, I don't care if you're not funny. I'm going to get my money's worth somehow in this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Even if I got to lob a joke at you, nigga, use this. This is funny. It ain't going to work, buddy. You know what I'm saying?
And this another thing going towards the... how soft people been getting.
Oh my God, man!
This is a thing.
I wish I would have used that word soft. I'm trying to be politically correct. Sensitive.
Soft.
S-O-F.
It's all
capital T. Soft.
Here's another thing with that. This is how I know y'all getting to that point. Is because y'all end up, instead of, saying what you feel and letting it go, y'all condemning people.
Yeah.
And that's just not with the Chris Rock thing. This is also with that Chris and Rihanna thing.
Oh, shit.
Y'all need to let some shit go. If Rihanna and Chris Brown got over that shit and they passed that shit, y'all still bringing that shit up. Y'all condemning Chris. Y'all need to learn how to give some grace.
Well, they don't do that because, remember when Kobe died?
I know
they were still bringing up that bullshit.
I know they don't, but that's what I'm about to say what I'm about to say.
Yeah.
Y'all need to get grace. Because y'all don't get grace until y'all need it. And then y'all wish y'all had grace. Yep. Y'all need to get some people grace. Now, everybody don't.
Nobody perfect.
And not everybody deserve grace. Not
Yeah.
even you sometimes.
Yeah.
But God give it, don't he?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I hate, I hate to get to that, but get holy or whatever y'all want to say. But
Holier than thou.
Yeah. Well, it ain't holier than thou. I don't.
No, I'm saying
I don't like to go
everybody-
into the
yeah.
religion part.
Yeah.
But especially for y'all who do believe in God, y'all know He give grace even to you when you don't even deserve it. So who are you to not get grace?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all need to let some of that shit go. For real.
Yeah.
Yeah. Man, y'all.
Chris ain't hurt nobody.
Right.
You know
He
what
was
I'm saying?
hurt. Shit.
Yeah.
He got hurt.
They
The
more
way-
outraged about his words than him getting slapped.
Look, I said that too. Like, where was that energy when this nigga got smacked? Like, what the fuck?
No, look. Y'all think y'all hurt. And y'all didn't. I bet that slap was like 10 times worse.
Yeah, he
than
said
what
he
y'all
still
think y'all
feeling it.
hurt.
He's like, I hear summertime in my earlobes.
Drums, please.
Summertime.
Oh man.
Oh, hell no. That was funny.
Yeah.
But y'all too soft, man. Like y'all get to the part where y'all condemning people. And I put part of the internet, or not the internet, more so social media. Internet is not bad. Social media more so.
No, I go a little deeper than that. I blame the fucking parents. I blame the parents. Like, here's one thing I could say to not be an asshole or not be an arrogant parent. My kids ain't soft. They not. Like, my daughter is one of the roughest little 5-year-old little girls you'll ever find. She'll literally run into a wall, bump her head, and you be thinking, damn, like, I be wanting to cry for her. She get up laughing and just running and playing. I'm like, are you okay? And then my boys, I mean, it just goes without saying. I mean, so it was the way I raised them. You know what I'm saying? And I was tough on them. You know, specifically for that reason, like you say, because the society is soft. And I'm like, no, fuck that. If you toughen yourself up, you be able to get through society easy.
Yeah.
Because if you can deal with me for 18 years plus, you're gonna be all right out here.
But
you know?
I'm gonna elaborate more to why I blame social media. Now, I'm not discrediting what you're saying because it's definitely true. But I believe social media escalates it even more.
Oh, yeah.
It brings a
It definitely adds to
fake
it.
rage, like
Yeah.
situations where you don't really have to get that far.
Yeah.
It kind of entices you to go that far.
Yeah.
And people don't know how to use it's one of the 8 spiritual laws of success, which is knowing how to practice detachment.
Okay.
Like you that's why I said you gotta sometimes pick and choose. Like, I'm not even gonna let this get into my emotion and me going off the rail about that shit because it's not gonna do anything for me. That's where detachment comes in, where you pick and choose. Like, man, let me not get to that. Let me calm down. It's not as bad as it seems. Let that go. It ain't for me anyway. Fuck it. I don't gotta watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where detachment comes in.
That's how I feel. If something, I mean, it's hard to offend me first, but it's something that I just don't watch it. It's as simple as that. I don't have to go make a post about it. Nobody should watch this. I don't give a fuck. Go watch it.
And you know what? Because y'all don't operate with that detachment, y'all are easily strayed to use it's easy to use your emotions to get y'all enraged about something.
Yeah, control.
Basically, to use a secret society term, you let them knock you off your square.
Yeah. Shouldn't be that easy.
Somebody make you angry, they know how to control you to a certain extent. So,
No, you hit the nail on the head. If they can, you basically they sticking their hand in your back, just using you as a fucking puppet. They can, I say back, not up your ass. So, yeah, if you can pull on a person's emotional strings, then you got them right where you want them.
yeah.
So I just think, like y'all say, y'all need to toughen the fuck up and don't be trying to cancel something. Like I say, I'm not okay with racism. You know what I'm saying? I'm not okay with that. I'm never gonna be okay with that.
Right.
But if a person want to go out there and try to make money off of it, and it's like, okay, go ahead and show the world your ignorance.
Right.
Show the world who you are. Because I'm my whole thing is, as much as I can't stand humans, I have enough faith in humanity to some, and I have no faith in humanity. Let's get that straight. But I have enough faith in humanity to some degree to realize to know that the majority of people ain't gonna be down with that racist shit you talking.
Yeah.
You gonna have your circle,
Yeah, of course.
but majority of people ain't gonna rock what you talking about. So go ahead, and hang yourself. Then do your shit. You know. So I'm not gonna try to cancel you. Do your thing. You wanna make money. If this how you gonna eat, being racist like them fuckers on Fox, you know, go ahead and do your thing. And I ain't gonna talk about them because them motherfuckers already got proved to be liars in court. Like these motherfuckers is documented now. Yeah. So if you motherfuckers still watching Fox News, y'all dumb as fuck. I mean, well, I ain't gonna get into all that because it's other shit, but still.
You know, it's just like I think I was talking to my girl about this, and I was like, you know, somebody called me a nigga right there. I wouldn't be offended because I already know what you're trying to do, and you look stupid.
Yeah, that's like your ace. You gonna play your ace like,
you know what?
And it don't even affect me.
Strongest weapon I got. That's the
like,
nuke.
Right.
Nigga. That's the other N word. Nuke, nigga.
And you can hit the ER as hard as you want.
Nigga.
You can do all that shit. You can do all that shit.
And the pirate shit.
And I'm gonna have the upper hand because I'm gonna laugh at you. And that's what you not gonna like.
Your nuke ain't even work.
I'm gonna ask you, you feel better? How you feel?
Yeah.
You feel better for
I ain't
saying
even
that?
gotta call you anything derogatory back. I'm gonna laugh at you. Because I'm like, that's all you got.
Yeah, that's literally all you got.
And then it's gonna be like, because you're so used, because the people who use that word from other cultures, they so used to getting their way.
Their reaction.
Not just the reaction, their way.
Yeah.
That when they say that, and I'm not giving what they want, they're gonna be so pissed off and mad.
I called you a nigger. You're not mad?
Like,
you
hear
nigger?
me? They turn into Karens.
It's like, is that all you got?
Yeah.
That's it, because especially, you know, and not to get arrogant or violent, but if I know I can kick your ass, and it's just like, bro, you really not worth my time. Because once I give you these hands, you gonna call the police.
That's all that's gonna happen.
You know what I'm saying? So it's
that's
like,
what they want.
let me just get the fuck home.
The good old boys is on your side.
That's what I'm saying.
Right.
It's like,
You know they come here, they shoot niggas. So you know,
and they gonna have a reason to shoot because when they see what I'm gonna do to your face,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, he's an animal,
and that's why
that's another one of their cold words. He's an animal,
and that's why I laugh because it's like, you're not gonna get the police to get you. So
yeah, that's exactly what it is.
You gonna have me do something to you and take me out of character.
Yeah,
That's it. Call the police.
I could possibly go to jail.
Possibly. Oh, you going?
Yeah.
You're black.
I mean, if you ain't as a bitch as I think you are, you're not gonna. Man, you might call the police.
Yeah,
and I might end up going to jail, all because of you. And, well, more so because I couldn't be in control of my situation.
Right.
So I'm in control of my situation, and I'm gonna laugh at you.
yeah.
And I might crack jokes.
Now, me 5 years ago, I stumped your motherfucking face. And, you know what I'm saying? But now that I'm getting older and I'm, getting closer to 40, and I'm just like, you kind of ain't worth. So I know exactly what Fly's saying because I've, like I say, 5 years ago, I used to be 8-town stomp on your motherfucking face, and I ain't even from there.
Swing first, ask questions.
That's the whole. Me
I
too.
Swing on the motherfucking heartbeat.
Me too. But as I got older, I realized like, I don't want to be in that damn box. I don't want to be. There's only one box I want to be in, and it's
exactly.
And unfortunately, that other box ain't none of that box in there.
I concur with all of that. I definitely concur.
Exactly.
But that type of thinking comes with a lot of maturity.
Maturity.
We mature a lot. And have an understanding that people will
They'll try you,
move you, and take you out of your control, and put you in a position where you won't have no control. So,
Yeah, that's why thinking back to the Will situation, like we always thought like he was that kind of, you know what I'm saying? He always put on a good face, you know, controlled it, you know, well composed.
I was going to say something
And
else.
then in that moment,
He from Philly.
in that moment, he couldn't hold it. He couldn't
No,
contain
it was it's his puppet master.
Oh, it's his box.
I don't-
His box. Look. It's like slap him or no box. Somebody gotta get slapped tonight.
but you know what? I like I said,
Sorry, Chris. I catch this hand, bro.
but you know what? I really do feel like everything before that led up to him. Having to do that because he already had to walk around with that.
Yeah.
Everybody knows.
Right.
Listen, I'm a mean, crying face mean.
Yeah, I think it just
It took a toll on him.
Chris Rock is just the one that it.
Yeah,
He was the last straw.
Yeah, he caught the wrath of it.
And you know, he's trying to. I don't know around that time if he's trying to keep things together with her, with making the family straight.
Yeah.
And it's like Chris said something. It's like, gotta get him.
Yeah.
and I'm glad I'm not famous per se.
Yeah.
Because we ain't doing no red table talk, bitch. You cheat on me. We ain't doing no more talking. Get your shit and go.
Right.
Only talking we doing is through the lawyers.
Right.
That's it. I ain't got to say a word. I sit right across from you and just look at your dumb ass and say nothing.
You definitely gotta go. You fucking.
That's what I'm saying.
You fucking the son's best. One of my son's
kids.
friends. Oh no. Yeah, it's gotta be over.
You telling me my old Willie don't work no more? What you saying?
It's not even that. It's just I'm disgusted. You know what I'm saying? It's
That's
like
why I'm just confused why they would take that public. He knew how humiliated he was gonna be from that shit.
Bitch, you was an adult when he was born.
I mean,
but you know,
clearly it had to be her idea, and she talked him into it.
Of course.
because you know what? Because that whole,
That's my belief.
Yeah.
I think because that whole red table talk thing is packaged as it's therapy. Like you need to talk.
It's
But therapy in front of the world.
It's humiliation.
Therapy is supposed to be confidential between you and your therapist,
But
not in front of the world.
I think she tried to do something like Yana fix your life with but having like a round table where people talk about their trauma with each other, where it's like it's packaged like a group therapy session type of thing.
Yeah.
So it's like, I guess she the way she pitched it to him is, let's talk about
Let's
it.
get this off our chest.
Get it. But that was the
Like,
wrong
nah.
thing to do.
He shouldn't have agreed to that.
No, that was the wrong thing to do.
Yeah.
Because I think what she tried to do is go the transparent route where nobody won't have anything to say, and it backfired.
Big time. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, in that situation, the best thing is to handle them behind closed doors.
Yeah.
Let people talk their shit for the next 5 minutes, and then the next thing is gonna come because American has the fucking attention span of a fucking
And
Nobody would have been
exactly.
Nobody would have been mentioning this shit.
Nobody would have said nothing about it 5 minutes later.
it would go just like all the other rooms.
A day or two, and it's gone.
Right.
And then the only thing, when people see you, every now and then you might get a little smart comment. Oh, y'all some swinger fuckers and whatever.
Nowhere close to what this was.
Exactly.
I was just about to say that. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. They'd have been looking, oh, well, they still movie stars and celebrities and all that. And I'm be honest,
And all it takes is one film to redeem yourself.
Yeah.
And it turned all around.
Because
long
people
as,
are like sheep.
Yeah.
Oh, we love you again. We hate you. We love you.
Long as it's not an OnlyFans film. Yeah. It might redeem you, just not in the circles you want it to be.
Second career.
Oh shit! All right, man. Well, we'll go ahead and move on, and then we didn't slap the shit out of this subject.
Yeah, we did.
It's stinging. Might be playing summertime.
All right, man. So we're gonna switch gears to something that's not as entertaining, but it's a real conversation. Basically, so there was something that came out this week. I'm assuming the Fed chair's name is Jerome Powell. I believe that's his name. If I got it wrong, I stand corrected. I'll come back and correct it. But there was some news that came out this week where basically they're saying, they're going to raise interest rates as they've been doing. But what people are also pointing out is the fact that when you keep raising interest rates, you're creating an artificial recession.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're creating the recession.
Creating one, yeah.
So, the higher ups, as they say, their solution to trying to solve the inflation problem, besides increasing interest rates, is to lower wages, lower the wages of the worker. What do you think about that, Brother Hirsch?
Holy shit!
Holy shit!
How would you like your wages lowered, brother?
I wouldn't like that at all. So, products, food, goods and services are already at all-time high, and you're going to decrease people's wages. They barely can live off of what they're making now. I don't understand how that makes sense. And just because certain people make less and can't afford food and stuff like that, you think these companies are going to bring the prices down because of that? I'm just I don't understand it. I don't think, maybe they just trying to put a bow on it, but really they just trying to squeeze the middle class and the poor people even further, widen the wealth gap, and let's just say,
halves.
yeah, right. They just trying to really widen that gap, and using a different spin on it so they can get
They just want to keep fucking us, and we running out of lube.
Yeah. Just tell them it'll fix inflation. I don't know. I don't fucking know.
Niggas is running out of lube, man, and it already don't feel good.
No
You know what I'm saying? And the lube is getting low, like the wages. So, I mean, my whole argument. But before I get to you, man, my whole thing is, so y'all wanna lower the wages, but you don't want to attack the fact that these companies have been price gouging and making record profits off of said price gouging. You don't want to do nothing about that, right? Long as the companies can sustain. Long as the company's fine.
You already know why.
I know. It's rhetorical as hell.
Yeah.
Oh, what you think, Brother Fly?
3 things.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to start off with the latter thing you just said.
Mm-hmm.
We already know how this country ran.
Yeah.
Corporations have more power than the government do. Based off the things that corporations do for the government. Mm-hmm. The government main job is to make sure that the citizens have shelter, have work, and things like that. Government get tax, not government, corporations get tax breaks and things for doing that for the government. This is why they can price gouge and do the shit they do to a certain extent. They not gonna let them go too far, but they let them do it to a certain extent.
Yeah.
And basically, they shake each other's hand and watch each other back. Second of all, the math ain't mathing.
Yeah.
How the fuck you think that you gonna lower everybody's raises and that's gonna help everything? Motherfuckers already quiet quitting at the job as is right now. They already don't want to go back to work. You're trying to force them to go from home to go back to work, to go from home to a job where you trying to tell them that they should get a lower raise.
Even less?
Get paid lower, get a lower wage.
They can barely get people to work now.
That's what I'm getting at. The math ain't mathing. It ain't making no sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the second thing. Third thing is try that shit and see what happens. Because you think that niggas is going to live off these low rates. What that tells me is y'all be pushing buttons, y'all be controlling this shit. It ain't no science to this, it's nothing. Y'all just be typing buttons and make the shit do what the fuck y'all wanted to do. Make me think that y'all playing this shit. You know what I mean? Like, y'all able to do this shit because it ain't no backing for this shit.
Yeah, it's not backed by shit.
You took it off the goal, and now it ain't backed by nothing. Right. So now y'all got more control.
No. It is. I figured it out. I was listening to a show the other day, and they pointed out it's like, no, it's not. It's not backed by anything resource based. It's backed by the American military.
But it still get
Yep.
The strength of the dollar is based on.
Now you get it, right?
Based on the ability to protect it.
Yep. That's what it's based on.
Yeah.
Now, granted, it's a theory, but it's a theory that makes sense.
Yeah, it would
makes a lot of sense.
And it might be, but it's still their way of. The reason they took it off of that gold standard is so it's easily to manipulate.
Yeah, of course.
For it to go up and down.
Right.
This is why they doing what they doing right now. They can do what they want to do. They can do this thing that they doing right now because it's not tied to that tangible thing anymore.
Right.
If it was tied to the tangible thing, all this shit they be
more
criminal.
Controlled. Yeah.
It'd be criminal. Yeah. And motherfuckers be in trouble for this shit.
The two most powerful countries on the planet manipulate their currencies. The United States and China. China manipulates their currency
all the time
to deflate. They want to devalue their own currency.
Yeah.
They purposely devalue their currency because the U.S. is their largest importer.
Yeah.
So for them, we're going to get rich off the dollar.
Off y'all money.
Off your shit.
We're going to make ours worth this.
Which is why everybody has a problem because since they took it off the gold standard and the dollar starts to shrink, everybody like pulling out and we want to give all y'all dollars back and give our money back, give our shit back, give our shit back. And it's like, we don't got it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but then it's one of those situations like me and you joked about back in the day, like, how you gonna get your money?
Yeah,
come get it. Yeah. that's American attitude. Come get it.
At this point, yeah.
And that's why I said it's backed by the military.
So yeah, China's still trying to strategically, buy up all land and shit.
They are.
They doing a lot of shit.
They're doing
too.
a lot of it.
Yeah.
They are doing. They are. What did I just read? Yesterday, Saudi Arabia and Iran. Xi Jinping went over there, and apparently they haven't. Saudi Arabia and Iran apparently have not been having diplomatic relations since 2016. Mm-hmm. He went over there and brokered a peace deal. So now they're gonna start trading. No, I'm saying created a peace deal amongst themselves between Iran and Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
And now it's like, okay, so we'll continue with the diplomatic channels, and with the diplomatic channels comes trade and everything else, and economically, because really what's happening is there's something going on called BRICS, and what it is there are the other richest countries in the world. They're all banding together to get away from the dollar, and the United States knows this. But the problem is some of those countries have nukes. Mm-hmm. And so this is the problem the United States has is, yes, we have the strongest military, but that doesn't matter when if a motherfucker wants to deploy. But that's the gamble. That's the gamble. If you know you can't beat the U.S. militarily, which you can't, if you use a nuke, you know it's the end of the world.
Yeah.
So do you accept your defeat?
Right. Do
you take the defeat? Or do you go all out? Because if you go all out, then it's the end of everything. Because you know if you launch one, the U.S. is going to light your shit up, and then we all going to die, and then that's it.
Yeah. Right.
And it's not just going to be the U.S. Pakistan has them. India has them.
Mm-hmm. Russia.
Quiet as kept. Israel has them. UK has them. China has them. Russia has them. North Korea now has them.
Which is why he's not using it. Though Putin I'm talking about.
Putin, yeah.
It's the reason why he threatens to use it, but he don't use it.
Keep threatening, yeah.
Because he already understands. Like I saw a guy talking on Joe Rogan one time, and he was saying, he's talking about aiming it at the U.S. U.S. is talking about aiming it at him.
Mm-hmm. At his palace,
or his yacht, or his yacht that he got docked, or wherever he at. You know what I'm saying?
It'd be kind of hard to pinpoint where he at, though.
Not really. Not really.
They know where he. They know where he at.
They know where he at.
You don't think they got underground tunnels and shit like North Korea?
They know where he at.
They know. Just like they know where our shit at, we know where they shit at too. They know where our shit at because we've had massive spy leaks in the past, and spies have gotten their hands on secret locations. They made a movie, Breach, based on what the fuck was his name? This happened in real life.
The Snowden.
No, it wasn't Snowden.
Not Snowden. What's his name?
Shit, because I forgot his name. But
the one that went over there, not him, right? Did he went over there and got stuck over there? He got the
one I'm talking about. They caught him here. They set up a sting operation on. He was a former FBI agent. They had actually set up an FBI task force to catch the mole, and then they put the mole, without knowing, in charge of the fucking task force. So, of course, you wasn't never going to catch
never
this
catch
nigga.
it. Why can't we catch this one?
But once they figured out,
nigga sitting right there,
nigga running the whole shit.
How you going? You gonna point the mole as the coach, and the coach got all the plays. I'm running all the plays.
Once they figured out he was the mole, they figured it out internally. And of course, they didn't let him know that they figured it out. So it was like they ran investigations on themselves. And they like, wait a minute, why are we not, what are we missing? And they figured it out. You know what I'm saying? And they're like, fuck, we put the fucking mole in charge. So I'm drawing a blank on his name, but the movie Breach. Just look up the movie Breach. I watched this movie. It came out in the early 2000s, but it's a good movie, and it was it's based on a true story. This guy is actually still in the maximum security prison. Yeah, Hansen, is his name Hansen? It might be Hansen, but his last name. But you can look him up. But they caught him. He was making a drop. He thought he was in the clear.
Yeah. And
the Alphabet Boys popped up out of nowhere. Like, the street looked dead. It didn't look like nobody was there. I would think nobody was even around.
Damn.
That's how very well hidden they were. Because they caught it. They caught all of it on camera.
That's what they do.
Yeah. Them motherfuckers was hiding in plain.
When the Alphabet Boys come for you, that's a sure shot sign.
Oh, yeah. They gonna get you.
Yeah.
That you're about to get got because it's no pun intended, the quiet before the storm.
Yeah.
Like it gets real quiet and then all the ruckus comes.
Oh, hell, break loose.
You going to jail, buddy.
Because, like I say, they had a recorder. It was old school camera recorder, but they caught the whole thing on tape.
Yeah.
And boy, the look on his face, he thought nobody was around. He thought it was like, oh shit, yeah, ain't nobody here. I'm out here, I can take my clothes off and run around naked. Ain't nobody around here. And when they came out hard. I mean, they came from everywhere. I'm like, he looking like
where the
hell
they was hiding at?
my one of my favorite documentaries is Cocaine Cowboys.
Yeah.
They did the same thing to them.
Yeah.
Like it was they had a drop going to Colombia and coming back. Mm-hmm. And it was like, it was a perfect night. It was like, we ain't hear nothing on the radio. Mm-hmm. Okay, good, man. The plane just landed. Good night. Great night. Yeah, good working with y'all. And whoosh, they all come
everywhere.
And they had the way they had it set up is they had like their own little like in the Everglades. They had their own little landing pad. They bought their own planes, all gasoline. They had their operation smooth as fuck for the time. So the plane come in, they done got the money, they unloading the shit, you know what I mean? Or they unloading the drugs, not the money. They sent the money and they got the drugs back. So it was all good. It was like they should have known they was too
too good to be true.
Yeah. So they swarmed on that swamp and just was like arresting everybody. And the main guy got away, and he was on the run for some years before he ended up getting caught.
Hell no.
But that's what they do before they come get you. It get real quiet.
So I'm gonna bring up something that I didn't write down. So y'all heard the story about the 4 Americans, the black people that went over there, and 2 of them got killed in Mexico.
Supposedly going to get a tummy tuck,
BBL or whatever.
BBL.
Yeah, and that's unfortunate. So, what do y'all think about that? Because two of them died.
Yeah.
And apparently the cartel sent an apology letter.
Yeah, I was like,
because
That's what me and my girl was just talking about when y'all came down the
I was
stairs.
like, what?
I can explain why they would do that.
oh no, I know why, but yeah, I'm gonna I kind of because I had an idea about that too.
First of all, when people think about the cartels, they watch Narcos too much.
Mm-hmm.
They don't understand that they've grown and they become
Like a corporation.
yes, they've grown out of the little shit that they was doing before.
Mm-hmm.
They getting more what's the word?
Organized, sophisticated.
Or both of those.
Okay.
Great 2 words. They became both of those to the point where they got cell towers and they got their own cell phone services.
Yeah.
You gotta understand, they don't want no one fucking up their shit.
Yeah.
They make truckloads of money. Ain't the visualization for this. The type of money that the cartels
Let's
make.
just say too much.
Stupid money.
Yeah, it's just stupid money.
Damn near Arab money.
Yeah.
Or Arab money. My bad if I offended anybody.
He meant Arab.
Yeah.
He meant Arab.
if anybody offended, I'm sorry. It's that type of money.
Yeah.
Lots of money.
Yeah.
And this group of people, they not directly cartel members.
Mm-hmm.
They small cells associated
Oh,
to the
okay.
cartel
So they kind of doing their own thing.
with the association.
With the blessing,
With the
right.
blessing of the cartel.
Yeah.
They're allowed to move
Right,
the way
right.
they, yeah.
Because anybody that's not with the cartel and you operating in the area,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
it's a problem.
Of
Yeah.
course.
So the cartels don't want no smoke.
Mm.
It's
Yeah.
not with the police because they outgun the police and more power than
Yeah.
the Mexican police. And shit, they damn near almost on military level.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They don't want no smoke with their U.S.
U.S.
Yeah,
military.
and they don't want to deal with the feds. 'Cause-
Dead
Because-
Americans on their soil ain't good for business.
Yeah.
Yes, because they already talking about we got to do something about the cartels now. You don't want that problem.
Yeah, yeah.
Because now not only we gonna figure out, not we, but the United States government is going to figure out how to get over there
Yeah.
and push some shit down. They gonna put pressure on on the Mexican government to do something. And you already don't want U.S. problems, but you don't want U.S. and Mexico coming
Teaming
together.
together.
Yeah. Because you know the Mexican government's gonna fold,
Right.
and they gonna do that
Right.
because trade relations and everything
Yeah.
else, and plus they don't fucking want to go to war with the U.S. over this shit.
It's
so.
we too close to neighbors.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Right now they got a good thing going now. Hold the fuck up my shit.
Yeah.
He said we got a good thing going, nigga. Hey, bro, y'all got to go, bro. You're not gonna fuck up the real thing.
So you can imagine what those cartel
Yeah.
people was saying.
Yeah.
Motherfucker, you fucked up some Americans because they whole thing is,
Even though they black Americans, they still
They're still Americans.
yeah. They thing is, we not. I know it sounds crazy to a lot of people because, like I said, they watch not too much Narcos,
Yep.
but they don't. They really kill people who they in competition with and have problems with.
Yeah.
A lot of other people who end up getting killed, they probably rats.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
they had they in some type of form inside the business doing shit, or they caught in a crossfire.
Yeah.
Yeah. They not big on killing like just innocent.
They kill people.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
And they don't have no issue getting you.
Yeah.
They just
It's
not
just-
on the level of a government. Like, and I don't mean like a legitimate. I don't want to say the Mexican government's not legitimate. I'm saying like the government of a superpower level government.
Mhm.
They
Oh,
not
yeah,
nowhere
yeah.
near that
Yeah,
level.
not at all.
So that's why they were probably like you say,
We don't
they
want
know
them problems.
the
Yeah.
FBI can pretty much go wherever the fuck they want to in the world.
Yeah.
So they know we can cross the border with no problem. Mexican government, all they got, hey, we sending such and such over there. Mexican government gonna be like, all right, pretty. And then that's not to say the Mexican government just gonna lay down, because they're gonna ask why and what's going on. But the Mexican government already knows. Some Americans got killed over here. It's like, well, what the fuck you think we gonna do?
It's gonna be an issue.
Yeah.
And think of it like this: think about people that the government done sent to assassinate people before. They tried to get Fidel Castro numerous of times, damn near got him.
Mm-hmm.
Cuba in the middle of the water. How the hell you think the government get over to Cuba?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, they can get into places without, either it's going to be with some type of blessing or you ain't going to know.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But put it even more shorter, they don't want that problem. And they rather say, hey,
these are guys that did it.
here you go.
Put a bow
Serve
on
them up on the platter. Here you go.
We apologize for what occurred, but here you go.
Yep.
And it's best way for them to do that, because you don't want that smoke with them. Y'all got all the money, yes, but the type of power that this government had, you don't want no smoke with that.
Yeah,
especially when you combine with your own home government.
Right. Yeah, you don't have enough artillery. Like, you don't. I mean, the United States government got an entire R&D department literally designed to come up with new technologies to make that shit better. Like, y'all ain't got all that. Yeah. Like, you doing your thing, don't get me wrong, but y'all ain't moving on that level. Like,
that's a different level.
Like I said, they became so sophisticated.
Yeah.
The government, man, they will, how they do when the feds get you.
Yeah.
They taking all your resources. They drying all that shit up.
Yeah. So like you say, with them cell towers and stuff they building.
Them cell towers coming down.
That's what I'm saying. Their infrastructure, they already knocking off all your infrastructure. You know that. So they'll make it to where it's real dry out there for y'all.
They gonna dry all your resources up. You gonna be naked, dog. That's how they do.
We was already talking about the parasites off mic. We gonna leave that alone.
Best in the world.
I'm telling you, man. I mean, look what they did to Pablo. That could happen to them. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think they know that.
Yeah.
I think
that's why they gave them.
That's why they served them. Put a ball on their ass.
So people who talk all that. Want to talk about snitching and shit. Well, is it?
Is that
this is one of the most hardest criminal organizations in the world. And they like, hey,
they did it.
is it? You know what I mean? Hey, man.
No, you bring up a good point.
You might
bring up a good point with that.
You might have to do some things to keep everything afloat.
Right. Hey, that's a really valid point.
You might got to do what you got to do to keep shit afloat.
Yeah.
I mean, they did it the best way. Get them together, sit them somewhere. Hey, we got them over here.
And put a letter on them.
So it's not like somebody sitting in the courtroom pointing, he did it.
Right.
No, we going to round these motherfuckers up, put a bow on their ass, and here you go.
Left their ass like Spider-Man be leaving.
Leave motherfucker hanging upside down, tied up. Like, there you go. Yeah. This nigga that did it right there.
Yeah. I'm not about to put handcuffs on and hand them to y'all. I'm going to let y'all do y'all due diligence. But I'm going to make it a little bit easy.
Actually, we're going to put these niggas right at the border.
Right.
Right there you go. All you got to do is walk right over and get them.
Hey, man, send the paddy wagon, load them niggas up, and take them to 11th Wharf or wherever else you want to take them to. But y'all not going
right off at the border. You don't even got to come in the country, bro. Here they are, right here, bro.
What y'all not gonna do is fuck up our shit.
Right.
That's what you're not gonna do.
Oh shit, man.
And I bet, and you know what? I bet those guys was willing to do it.
Yep.
Because
alternative.
The cartel said, "Listen, bitch, you're going, or we cutting your head off."
Exactly.
Oh, and your family paying for it too.
Exactly.
So what you gonna do?
No, but
the
like
alternative ain't no better.
You brought up a good point with the fact that you say, with the cartel, they don't really want them problems with the U.S. government. But you have entire countries out here with actual militaries.
Yeah, they don't want
no problems with the U.S.
Of course they don't.
So of course they're not going to want it. So that's why I was like, and that's not to say no, the cartel's not weak. They're violent. They all about their money. They all about their business.
Ruthless.
So we're not nothing that's being said on the show is to demean the cartel in any way, shape, or form. It's just saying that there are levels to this shit.
I would say this.
You know what I'm saying?
I got respect for the cartel as far as how organized they are.
Yeah.
I wish black people be as organized.
Maybe not on the crime aspect, but just be organized.
We tried that and it didn't work.
Not since BMF.
Oh,
and even that fell down because people on the inside wasn't, going along with the script.
I guess to really bring it back, because this is a black show. To bring it back, I know we got off topic talking about governments and cartels and shit, but there were 2 black people killed.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And so,
rest in peace to both of them.
Yeah. So if it's true, I don't know if she was over there trying to get a BBL or whatever. That's what everybody keeps saying.
Yeah.
Even if she was, you know what I mean? I've seen some people kind of making fun of it. It's just like, don't do that. She lost her life, man. Right. She had a family. Yeah. Like, what are you doing? Right. She and granted,
did she die? They kept saying 2 of them died, but they didn't say which 2. So
well, they were showing a picture of a man and a woman that got killed. Okay. And I guess from what I was reading, she was the one that was going. I mean, from what I read, it could have been a bad source.
I've heard that she was going. The people with her was family supporting her, and because she having this procedure done, she needed people to drive back home. Yeah, I think that's her daughter said that. Yeah. So I hope that this says something to people who thinking they gonna be going to these dangerous places, or just these places outside the country to be getting these crazy, procedures done. Yeah. It's really not worth doing all that. You know what I mean?
I will say something, but it's gonna be controversial, and I'm not gonna say it. So
I probably gonna say something controversial too.
Okay, well, fuck it. I'm not going to know. Look, the only places I'm going, and I don't give a fuck who say what, okay? If I'm going to travel out the country, I'm sorry. It's going to be to like a European country or like only a few places on the motherland. Maybe Nigeria, definitely Nigeria, maybe Ghana. But I can't go to all them African countries because they ain't all stable. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? And I got to go where it's stable. You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
So
ain't no controversial about that.
They going because it's dirt cheap. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like, are you willing to risk your life?
No.
No.
That's what I'm saying.
So
it makes no sense. It makes no sense to do that.
No, it just.
I just feel like everybody want the easy route. Get your ass in the gym.
I was just saying that.
Eat
earlier.
Right. If you want your body a certain way, do the work.
That's the thing. Nobody wants to do the work.
Everybody want the easy,
And what,
go lay on the table and get a nice body.
And I'm not trying to go hard. I'm not trying to go hard because she lost her life. So, right. But this definitely is not just pointed directly to her. This is for anybody.
Right. Period.
Like, what sense do it make if you going to get a surgery like that and you not trying to have a life change in your situation? Mm-hmm. Doing that type of procedure and not changing the way you think and how you eat, and exercising. If you're not trying to do all that, what's the sense of getting anything like that? Right. You're gonna mess around and end up
worse than before. Yeah. That's another topic.
Yeah, that is. It's something else.
We'll come back to that. Yeah, because we're gonna get accused of fat shaming and all types of other shit. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think so.
You're fucking fat. We used to talk about the sensitivity of the country.
We didn't say nothing about fat people. If you comfortable being fat, be what you are.
They can't say anything about calling us fat shaming where we cake for Lizzo.
You're right.
Listen, man. I'm not gonna get too far into it because we need to move on to the next thing. But listen, man. Look, if you want to, I'm gonna leave it with this. Listen, man.
They make Twinkies for a reason, baby.
You want to change your life. You got to do the work.
Yeah.
Ain't no way around it.
And even so, even if you do the procedure, you still got to do the work.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to
After the
maintain
fact.
it. You got to maintain it.
Exactly. And if you bigger and you feel like that's okay with you, look, your life is in your hands.
Yeah.
And if your doctor is telling you that you need to lose weight or it's going to be detrimental to your life and you don't do it, that's on you.
Yeah. Personal responsibility and accountability have to be at play at some point.
Right.
You have to grow up sometime, damn it. Be an adult. We don't like being adults, but you got to do it, damn it.
I mean,
You got to get out of comfort zones.
I mean, it's all about, I feel like, it's your life. Do what you want to do. You know what I'm saying?
Free will's a motherfucker.
Yeah, like, if you're comfortable being bigger, but you know it's health risks, you know, if you're willing to deal with that, be comfortable in your skin. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, if you want to be racist, piece of fuck shit, go ahead, be comfortable
You
in
can
your
do
own
that
skin.
too. Right.
Yeah, you can do that too. I won't understand why, because holding on to hate and anger for people, and when you really think about it, why you have that, it makes no sense.
Yeah.
Some people just live to hate. I don't like you niggers.
At this point, I feel like it's almost part of the genes.
Oh yeah, it's definitely
almost part of
passed down.
It's almost part of genetics at this point.
Yeah, I agree. I actually lean more towards that than anything else. It's like, well, my grandfather didn't like niggers, and I don't like them either. And then you have a daughter who's like, I like black men. She was about to say niggas, but she couldn't.
A nigga hating gene.
I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, shit, the world has that problem. The world don't like black people. It ain't just white folk.
But I believe more so it's more with a particular group than the whole world. The whole world, other part of the world is programmed. They've been programmed to think that. And it's more so a certain demographic of people who is they just it proves from history that they've been doing it for so long. It's like damn near part of a genetic code or something.
Yeah, I believe it. Because, you know, I always ask, you know, off subject. I mean, it's on topic, but it's off subject. I always think about like interracial relationships, and it's saying like, what happens when you get mad?
Right.
If that word is in the toolbox.
Yeah, what happens when you get mad?
Right.
How many niggas am I gonna be today?
Or in your head, or in her head.
Right, or in your head, right? You know what I'm saying?
If she got any, then you picked the wrong one.
Yeah, that's the whole point. You know,
I don't care how mad you make her. If that's a tool in the box,
that's the whole point.
Hey,
That's what I'm saying.
that'll tell you what's in her
Yeah,
heart.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's
If she don't got no hate in her blood, it ain't gonna be in her heart to
Right.
even think about you and saying nothing
exactly.
like that.
I always just thought about that, asked that question. I mean, I'm not in an interracial relationship, thank God, but I just be like, I wonder what them arguments is like. You know, they'll be at the tip of your tongue. This would just be sitting right there like, I know I could say it, but it ain't gonna be the same. You know?
No, you can't say it.
What's the best comeback if she do say it?
Right.
Nigger lover.
You know what? That might be a crazy ass.
Right.
No. Hear me out. That might be a crazy ass relationship.
Right.
If the white person relationship called the black person a nigger, and then the black person, you nigger lover, well, you a cracker lover.
Right.
Wow.
Whoa, this shit just took a turn.
Wonder what y'all sex life like.
I don't want to know.
Chris Rock had a joke about that. It was like, what he say? I forgot what he said. He was talking about the girl. It's like, fuck me harder, nigger.
Nah.
Shit gonna go limp. What the fuck you just say?
That shit gonna go from one to.
Oh, shit. Y'all be role playing and shit.
Oh,
Got
hell
your
no.
ass changed. Put you all in a slave garment. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, whoa, you whipping a little bit.
You done this before?
Right. Sneaking off in the master's bedroom, fucking his wife. Oh, yeah, I'm joking, but yeah, I don't ever want to see any of that shit. Anyway.
Nah.
I don't want to give nobody no ideas for no pornos to make.
I'm sure they
already got it.
already there. You know they
Well, I'm
already
glad I
already
ain't found
got
it. I'm glad I ain't found it.
Anything you can,
Anything you can think of,
anything
is
that
there.
twisted ass human mind can think of is already out there.
Listen, if motherfuckers is throwing up in each other's mouth,
Right.
Oh, okay.
and doing all kind of nasty shit,
Sweet Jesus.
Motherfuckers getting drilled by horses.
they getting shitted on, pissed in up in the mouth, like
It's all out there.
they doing it all.
Y'all niggas down.
Yeah, we done.
Oh, okay.
But they do it all.
Yeah,
They do.
Yeah, I know they do. Anyway, we
Took
just,
a weird turn.
I know, right? That's what I said. Yeah, we just gonna keep moving along because
That went left.
we still working. We went left. We still working the rust off this motherfucker.
It went left, and then it took another left.
Woo! All right, so I know we talked about this recently on one of our last episodes, but let me ask y'all a question because we had a clip, but the clips didn't play. So, do you think black women are hating on the passport bros movement?
I'm glad you brought that up. Me and
Yeah,
Hirsch,
we was just talking about that earlier.
me and Hirsch was talking about this before you came downstairs, and I
Okay.
told him, I know we talked about it before, but I think it's something that we missed out the last time.
Okay.
Do y'all mind me going in?
Oh, have
Yeah,
it.
look, yeah.
Shit, I can relax.
Okay. I think the women that hate on it, they got it twisted. And one of the things that we didn't talk about last time we talked about it was, I don't think people realize that Passport Bros was really more about black men getting passports and experiencing the world, like traveling. Not because everybody getting a hand on it and everybody's learning about it, they starting to twist it and make it seem like it's about sex tourism, when it's really about black men trying to get away from the Americanized system and seeing what else is out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just so happened that when to these places they go to, and of course some of these places are warmer climate. We don't want to go to too many places that's cold.
No.
Right.
So they go into warmer climates and just happen to meet women there. You know what I'm saying? Like, and these women just happen to have the type of culture where it's traditional as far as what our grandparents, our great grandparents had back in the day. They still believe in more so the family thing. And so some of these black men taking it to that. But it's not, I don't think Passport Bros is so much so all about these women. It's more about them traveling.
Just broadening your horizon.
Yeah.
It's kind of getting out there and, being open to the world and not just staying on the east side of Detroit.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think that's good. I think
Broadening your horizon with more broads.
travel abroad.
And people making more money off of the internet, so they can make money anywhere.
Yeah.
Remote working and all that stuff.
Yeah.
They taking
Open
that,
up a lot of opportunities.
Yeah, they taking that American dollar and making it stretch in these other places.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the goal.
It's not a bad way to live.
I was about to say, that's the dream shit.
Honestly.
It don't take much to go down there or go wherever you want to go. Let's just say Brazil or what's the other place everybody always talk about going? Dominican Republic.
Dominican. Peru.
Thailand, too.
Peru.
Yeah. Like, we hear about women saying, "Oh, he don't make $100,000.
Oh,
Oh, he making $45,000. Girl, that ain't nothing."
Yeah.
$45,000.
Over there,
Our salary
is a lot over.
is a lot. At $45,000, that's more. Oh, probably equivalent more over 100,000.
Yeah,
over there.
Mm-hmm.
So you be living good as hell,
right.
And the thing is, and it's all about the way how you want to live. Because like I was listening to a guy. Matter of fact, he was on Anton Daniels' show, and I'm glad he did that because it helped people to really see about what's going on instead of just people getting on YouTube and seeing these guys claiming passport bros, and they all camera on women the whole time.
Yeah.
So it kind of brings light to that. I'm glad he did that.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I mean,
This is something new. Like I haven't really digged into it. You know what I'm saying? I ain't know much about it. I still haven't, done a lot of research on it. But from what it sounds like,
I
get out, explore the world. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I asked the question.
Open up your.
Yeah. I just asked the question: are black women hating on the passport bros? Because I see a lot of stuff on TikTok where I see, and don't get me wrong, they catch it from both sides. The men ain't doing themselves no favors by, like, say, taking what the passport bros was supposed to be about and corrupting it and just making it clearly about women.
Mm-hmm.
But then, the women come along and I see women, they just straight bashing these dudes. And part of it is probably just in response to what they're seeing.
Mm-hmm.
But then there is an element of it like, oh, so you can go over there and get a girl, but you can't get one here. Because I see a lot of them saying, oh, you can't handle somebody like me. And that's like, I see one guy's response was like, a man's goal ain't to try to handle you.
Right.
I know Andrew Tate said it, but I know somebody else said it too. It's like, we ain't trying to handle you. We want peace. We don't want something we got to fucking handle. You know what I'm saying? And I understand that because it's like me and my wife have the dynamic of we give each other our space.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we have our moments where shit get heated, of course, but we give each other our space. She operates in her lane. I operate in my lane. This is how I'm able to get a lot of things done. Whatever, music, whatever. I'm able to get stuff done because I'm not cooped up under my wife all the damn time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, but the women that I see, like, just bashing these dudes. He's like, oh, you lame. You couldn't get no woman over here. And this, that, and the third. It's that westernized woman's mindset.
And that's exactly
why. I don't even understand why they speaking on it. Like, these ain't the guys you want, right? They don't make 100,000.
And that's what the dude said.
So why
that's
are
what
you
the guys
even caring
saying.
what they doing?
It's like, you don't want me anyway, so why are you talking about
exactly. Well, why are you even wasting your breath on it?
Me and Hirsch was having this conversation right before you came.
Mm-hmm.
And what I told Hirsch was, it's crazy that that these women are bashing these dudes by saying, "Oh, you can't get what." See, y'all pushing them out. That's what some of y'all not realizing. You push you part of the reason why you pushing them to consider talking to somebody or something different because you don't want them. So it made me believe. Is it you mad at they talking to somebody else or you can't do them how you want to do them? That's anybody. I think because what's the reason? What's the real reason you trying to get somebody who got $100,000? Even though a lot of people in this country do not make $100,000, and the most people in our community don't make $100,000. So where are you getting these people who got the $100,000? Who made that number up? And if you was in around anybody who really made $100,000, you know that he makes $100,000, and he might he doesn't net the $100,000.
Right. Gross it, but you see.
Gross
you're right.
is gross and is net. That person gross it, he don't net it.
Yeah.
So in order to really net $100,000, you gotta make more than $100,000. So what's your real reason to have somebody like that? And y'all like to use the proverbial table. So if that person has that, what do you bring to the table besides coochie?
Well, see, they'll criticize you for asking, what do you mean? What do I bring to the table? This is
just like I said.
Yeah, that's the mindset.
I don't care about what they talk about. They get mad at me because they ask that question all the time. But what do you bring?
Exactly.
What do you do?
Yep.
What you gonna sit on your ass? You know how y'all told me a couple episodes ago that they get mad at me because they don't want to what's the word? Not follow, but they don't want to submit.
Submit, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Guess what you gonna do with the $100 million?
Yeah, that's exactly what you're gonna do.
Because he's the breadwinner, and
you know
he makes the money. The guy with the gold makes the rules,
right?
And you gonna have to submit.
Exactly.
Suck mint, but yeah,
you gonna have to follow what he tell you because he got the money. He don't need you.
So pretty much what they saying is, if you ain't got the money, I'm not gonna submit.
Again, it's transactional.
You gotta deal with
they bullshit,
right?
But the thing is, they submit. They gonna submit, but they don't want to bring anything to submit.
Right.
Yeah.
What are you doing though? Besides being there. After that, if you don't really doing it, if you ain't bringing his peace, because how can you be his peace when you can't be anybody else's peace already? You ain't never been peace before, so how you gonna end up being peace now?
Yeah.
It's like, okay, you get with dude, you thinking that you just gonna be there. You don't have no skills. You don't know anything about money.
Yeah.
You don't know anything about finances. Can you take the money that he make? Can you pay the bills with the money he make? Can you do the laundry? Can you take care of the house, or even pay somebody to come and take care of shit? Can you quadruple what he give you?
No, I'm good.
We don't want part two.
No, I'm good.
But can they do that? You know what I'm saying? And you can talk all that shit and bash these dudes. But the funny thing is, these guys that make 100,000 that don't got the swag, quote unquote. That's who y'all like. That's who y'all like to call, like y'all call Michael B. Jordan corny. Y'all like to call them corny. And guess what? Them the dudes who make the money. Mm-hmm. And guess what? Those are the dudes who are passport bros. Mm-hmm. They say, fuck this shit. And you know what? Y'all like to paint it like they go to women to make y'all feel better or just to be fake angry. A real man don't give a fuck about trying to have a woman. He really just dead set on doing his shit. Mm-hmm. He don't need a woman, and he don't need to go looking or go scouting for women because women gonna come to him because he got it already.
Yeah.
He ain't got to be looking for women. He got the money. He got everything. He got this. What y'all think is the security.
Yeah, that's all he looking for.
So he's straight.
Mm-hmm.
He don't need you. As a matter of fact,
he ain't checking for you, really.
He not, because he too busy being about his business.
Right.
And that's what quiet as kept. That's what the most feminine women who are the peace, those the ones that women really like. That women really like that guy. Yeah. Because he ain't so fixated on her. Yeah. He ain't like, women don't like when you too much on them.
Too clingy and
I don't think nobody do.
Yeah. Everybody want their space.
Yeah. But that's the guy that ends up getting the most women. Yeah. And so, man, y'all be talking. I think y'all confused. It's a lot of confusion going on.
Yeah, that's
what happens when you give motherfuckers with ADHD too much time on the internet.
Yeah, that's what happens when you get on the internet.
A lot of people just lost, listening and listening to shit on the internet and just lost.
Just following.
Like what is your moral values? How do you feel?
I'm
not what everybody's doing. What do you think?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
And I'm gonna keep it real, and I'm gonna tell them what I said to you.
Yeah.
And matter of fact, Cadario taught me this a long time ago when we was in high school. He said something that stood out. He said, "Women want everything," and that's facts. Mm-hmm. And I'm gonna break that down about what I mean by what he was saying. It's everything. When I'm saying everything, I'm not saying they want every fucking thing. To every woman, everything means something different to every woman. Mm-hmm. Whatever that woman, everything is, she want all of that shit.
Whatever everything is to her.
Yeah.
She want all of it.
She want all that shit. And the thing is with some of these women that's vocal, because I don't believe it's all women. It's a certain amount of women. I'm never going to blanket everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They want the fucking fairy tale shit. Like, he got everything going on. And that shit ain't real. This shit ain't real, dog. You're not going to get a nigga. It's going to be rare that you're going to get a nigga that got all the fucking money, got a big dick, and...
I know that clip, man. I see that clip. I know he said the same shit. He's like, you want? I forgot. I don't know the nickname. He said, "You want a nigga have big dick, draw, can fight."
Carlos. Yeah. I wasn't even thinking about Carlos when I said it. Yeah.
85 South.
And shout out to Carlos. That's my dog. I really like Carlos.
That shit was legendary as fuck, bro. He went off on a tangent. I'm like, damn, he ain't lying about none of that
shit. And the
thing
is, I wouldn't even think about Carlos as I'm saying this. Yeah. I just know that to be true about women. They want everything. Whatever that everything to that certain woman, that's what she wants. She want all of whatever she think is everything. Yeah. And you can't get some of these women, everything is skewed. It's like that's very rare that you're gonna have somebody who have all of those shits.
Yeah. And if you do, you're gonna have to compete.
Share that nigga.
And that's the part of the game y'all not even speaking on.
They don't even know that part.
No, maybe they do. Maybe that's why they always put their pussy in the forefront. That they feel like, oh, but mine's is better. And it's like, but guess what? That's you doing too much. Like, like you doing way too much.
That's just so weird to me because as a man, I'm not finna be trying to fuck no chick about my dick better than his, baby. Come on, that's just fucking weird, bro. I couldn't see myself doing that. Oh man, babe, I'm bigger than that nigga. How
big
you know?
Is it? Right? What the fuck? Yeah. What the fuck? Who gonna ask that shit?
That's why I say that shit is weird, bro. Like, oh man.
Only, I said this before. Only guy that says something like that, he's insecure.
Yeah.
Because he's so worried about what this other dude got that he's like, I got to make it clear that my shit is bigger.
I'm an inch bigger than this nigga, baby.
So can we turn that around and maybe even think that some of these women are insecure?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I can't. I'm not even gonna dig that.
I would say if that's all you got to brag on, I would say you probably are pretty insecure.
Because if the guy, we already clear, the guy who has the money, he don't got to go looking for pussy.
Yeah,
he comes to him. Because he's got everything that he's got the security.
Yeah.
So your thing is with him is, I got that shit though, and that's he's not caring about that.
No,
he likes it because he's a man.
Yeah.
But that's not the only thing to stay. No matter of fact, if he's smart, he got the way he got because he's smart.
Yeah, right.
So if he's smart, like I know he is, he know that girl that's putting the pussy to the forefront hard, that's a problem.
Yeah, and once you reach that level, and again, I could just be assuming, but I mean, once you reach that level of maybe like success, you be able to get such money like that. I think you'd be looking for something more than just box. You know, I'm looking like, what are you internally? Who are you internally?
Right.
Like, what makes you tick? What you about? Let me see how you move.
It's going to be more about that as you climb the ladder because you're going to want to see who you could trust and who you can't trust.
Yeah, how you going to help me keep my money?
Right.
Can we build an empire together?
Build it together, right?
Me and Hurst, like I said, we talked about this. Hurst, what I say was the number one thing that if you had this thing, it don't matter what, you can have it don't even matter what you look like. You won't have no problem having a relationship. What is that thing I said?
Yeah, would you say like financial?
Being resourceful.
Resourceful. Yeah.
If you are a person that's resourceful, you won't have no fucking problem with that type, especially that guy who makes 100,000 or more, and you won't have anybody who has, like, let's say somebody like me or like y'all. We might not have that 100,000, but we good dudes and we hard working and we stay on our shit.
Yeah.
Guess what? You have 100,000, you can make it with us all the way up to anybody who got $1 million, because resourcefulness would trump almost damn near anything, even how you look. Because if I could have a woman and she's good, and I hate to use numbers, but maybe let's say she is 6. Mm-hmm. And she resourceful, she a good person and all that, but one of her main attributes, other things that make her great, is she's resourceful. Mm-hmm. Or we gonna take over the world.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Because I might even feel comfortable. You ain't even gotta go to work. You know why? Because she know how to, guess what? I could take this money and I can triple that. That's one of the things that make a, when a woman is really in her femininity, is one of the things that they good at is taking what a man has and tripling it. Mm-hmm. So if she resourceful, she will say, oh, that subscription you had, I turned that off. I found something cheaper. You ain't had to ask. She already know how to do that shit.
Right.
Like,
that's my wife in a nutshell. She be tripping at me. She biggest complaint about, my dumb ass to go to CVS and buy some deodorant or some shit. Mm-hmm. She be like, well, Walmart had it cheaper here and there. And then I'm like, so. And that's what I'm saying. It's like
that's my girl too.
Yeah, same here. Like clipping coupons. Like, I clip these coupons.
That's my girl all day.
Mm-hmm. I would have never thought about clipping no damn coupon. I just would have spent the money.
Exactly. See, that's my mentality.
That's how. That's a man's mentality. That is how we think.
Okay, you hear that, dear? It ain't just me.
No, that's a man's mentality, because our thing with a shopping experience is get the fuck in.
Get in, get out. That's it.
But women, it's resource, especially if they resourceful.
Yeah.
They gonna take they gonna tell you, why the hell you do that, dummy? Mm-hmm. I got a CVS account. Right. You could have typed in my phone number and then you would have got cheaper.
Right. Same shit with the Amazon account.
And then and don't just get that, get some other shit to knock off some points. Like,
damn.
Like that. A person that's resourceful, it ain't just women. A person that's resourceful.
Yeah.
You get with them, you take over the world, man.
Yeah.
That's one of the main, and people don't even talk about this shit.
Of course they don't.
They don't talk about this shit, and they ain't gonna want to talk about the shit because obviously they like getting the views from the back and forth y'all have with each other. Yeah. But I'm looking, and we looking to get people together, man, and get our people together and stop all this stupid ass fighting. Resourcefulness.
Yeah.
Well, prime example is Gucci and his wife. That's resourceful.
That's a prime example.
This nigga went to jail, gave her $1 million fucking dollars, and she quadrupled that shit. He came
turned
home,
it into 4.6 or something.
What? He came home.
Like, yeah, you better marry her, bro.
He came home. Y'all think this nigga a clone?
Right.
No. This is what happened when a female come in your life and turn that bitch around.
For the better, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And we say all this to tie this back into not every dude has to be a passport bro. Nah. You know what I'm saying? And not all passport bros are bad.
And they not all about sex tourism.
Yeah, it's not all about that. So,
looking for something different, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, and that's fine. And see, I think what it is, I think ultimately, and I'm gonna keep it short. I think ultimately what it is just that some of these people that turn into passport bros probably didn't necessarily want to do that initially, but it's just they may have been in maybe the wrong circles, the wrong areas. You run into the wrong woman too many times. Mm-hmm. And you like, it's got to be something better out there, and I'm just not getting the best results, and I keep looking over here, and this, that, and the third, and that might be part of the reason.
I'm glad you say that, because I'm gonna give y'all the background. See, I knew about the beginnings of this 4-5 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
It was a guy who made a documentary. I remember him being on YouTube. I think he was like, I don't know if he was on somebody's podcast, and it was the early stage of the podcast. Nobody was really fucking with podcasts like that. Not too many people.
Yeah.
I don't know if he was on a podcast or just somebody's YouTube channel that was vlogging. But to me, whoever that guy is, and I wish I know his name to say it right now, but that guy got to be like the godfather of bringing it to the internet, because I never knew what was going on as far as that's concerned prior to hearing this information. And he was saying that it wasn't just about women, even though it was, some of it was, but for the major part, it was about everything else too. He was tired of his job. He's tired of how he was treated. He was tired of how our people was treated, and him seeing the mistreatment of our people that look like him and look like us. And he just wanted out. Like, man, I got to go somewhere else and figure this shit out and do something else. Yeah. And he ended up going down to Brazil and loving it. Took his money down there and seen it went far. He ended up making a business down there and start thriving and living how he wanted to live. And that was the beginning of it. And then he began to make like travel. What they do is they make like travel groups. And they start making travel groups strictly for black men. Yeah. Like, hey, come down and experience. If nothing else, you experience something new. Yeah. And that was the beginning of that. As far as I know for sure. Because I never heard any, and it wasn't on the internet, and it definitely wasn't on YouTube like it is now. Yeah. When I heard that. It wasn't being talked about. Now it's like everywhere.
Yeah, because people catch on and then they follow things, and like you say, do it for clickbait and for views. And
I wonder, I'm sure women, do they have a group like that? The Passport Girls or something?
They don't talk about it.
Oh, they don't. Why they don't talk about theirs?
You know why? Because they doing what they accusing these dudes of doing.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly.
What they the girls trips?
See, you see what happens on girl trips.
It stays
inside the United States.
It stays on the girl trip.
Hey, look. Hey, fellas, assume the worst.
Well, I like to say not all girls trips. But we know how we can get. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And, you know.
Well, look, we had fun. You know, we gonna wrap it up because you know, we don't want our baby to cut off on us. And
she shouldn't. She done had a long time.
She had a long break.
She got rest.
So we'll be back next week with a good episode. We didn't get to a hit or miss. We didn't have a hit or miss. I actually forgot all about the damn hit or miss because I ain't did shit so long. But we'll be back next week with an episode, and I can almost certainly guarantee that this episode is going to generate a lot of views.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I can almost guarantee that. With the information I know now. So, but anyway, yeah, we're gonna get up out of here. And look, y'all have a safe week out here. And you know, just we're gonna stay dropping these gems.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man, pick them up.
So, deuces, peace out. Y'all be safe.
Like, comment, subscribe.
All that. Please. Yes, we need that.
Peace.